Assalamualaikum and a very good day to everyone. Welcome to today's forum. The topic of the discussion is the challenges of integrating technology at IPGM-KIK. IPGM-KIK is stand for Institut Pendidikan Guru Malaysia Kampus Ilmu Khas. Technology is now an essential part of education, especially in teachers' training. It equips future educators with the skill needed to thrive in the modern classroom. However, many IPG campuses face challenges in integrating technology. Today, we'll discuss the cause, the effect, and the solution to this problem. Firstly, allow me to introduce our panelists first. On my right side is Dr. Izani. Hello, Doctor.
Hello.
Hello. Dr. Izani is an senior lecturer at IPGM with over a decade experience in teaching using technology. On my left side is our rector, Dato' Avril. Hello, Dato'. Hello, Dato'.
Hello.
Okay. Avril is an IPG rector responsible for resource planning and development, deeply familiar with the institution budget and priorities. And I am a training teacher, and I am Haziq. I am a training teacher and president of the student council, who will share the student perspective. Let's begin. Izani, as an educator, what do you think is the main reason for the lack of technology in education?
Thank you, Haziq, for the question. Today, our topic is very important, and we also have our respectful rector of IPGM today. Okay, for the question, what are the causes of the problem that we're discussing tonight? As a senior lecturer, I think the main one are the technology itself. For me, I think the technology evolved rapidly. As I say, without a regular update, the technology become very outdated easily. For example, in IPGM-KIK, I saw a lot of computer or projector, which is, I think, the device have become very old and it's not valid anymore to have and use it in teaching student. And it's very sad. For me, it's very sad because as a lecturer, we still need to use that equipment. We need to rely on the equipment, and we do not get any new equipment to make our teaching more good. And I think the computer also always need a new software to make sure the teaching become more clear. And also, as we know, in IPGM-KIK, we also use the Google Classroom, and this teaching platform also need a good internet. Okay, this is where we saw the causes of the problem also. Internet also is the main reason why this issue happened. As particularly the campus, not only in IPGM-KIK. As we know, not all the campus in IPG in the city. Some of them might be out the city where the internet connectivity might be a problem. This almost, I will say that it is almost impossible to utilize the online resources or even attend virtual workshop or use cloud-based learning such as Google Classroom to manage the teaching. That's why I think the main causes of this issue.
Oh, I really agree with you, Dr. Izani. Thank you for your point of view. And we move to our rector, Avril. Avril, Avril, as someone involved in managing resources, do you agree? Are there other factors contributing to this case situation?
Yes, at first, thank you, Dr. Izani, and also Haziq for moderating this forum. Um, for me, absolutely agree with what Dr. Izani just said just now, because I observe it, especially in the IPG campus KIK. I observe it that there is challenges involving infrastructure of technology in the campus itself, and also there is, I heard from the student itself that there is problems with internet connection, right? And as we see it in the larger picture, IPG KIK itself, it was a IPG campus in a city area, right? Now we need to remember that there is few others IPG campus in the whole Malaysia, right? And there is a IPG campus in East Malaysia, so in Sarawak and Sabah. Especially if there is the campus, there is a campus, IPG campus in a rural area in the East Malaysia. And there is, of course, internet connection problem, and also the lack of technology infrastructure in the campus itself, and also in IPG KIK. But the thing is that IPG KIK in the city, but then they still have problems with infrastructure regarding for technology and also internet connection. So in my opinion, what I can see the factor of these challenges itself is, one of it is how certain campus do, or how they what did the campus do with the funding that IPGM have given to each campus, and also in campus IPG KIK. And regarding that, the bigger challenges is that we can change the infrastructure to change to more advanced technology regarding infrastructure in IPG KIK, and to have advanced internet connection regarding internet connection in IPG KIK. That is in this time it was 5G, right? Yes. Yeah, and yeah, I understand that, but it is how we use the funding that was given by IPGM. There was quite a big issue, because it was not only about technology infrastructure itself. You know, with that funding itself, I saw in the IPG KIK, we also need to renovate the buildings. We need to renovate other stuff besides classroom and also internet connection, and that is where some of the funding goes. And when the funding goes there, it is not enough to have that certain fund for renovate for technology infrastructure in this campus. So I understand that there is some of a lack of fund in the campus itself.
Alright. I also agree with Dato' Avril perspective, but in my opinion, as a trainee teacher, the lack of technology infrastructure affect almost every aspect of our learning. Some campuses have poor Wi-Fi, making it difficult to access learning materials, conduct research, or join online classes. This forces many of us to rely on expensive mobile data packages. Another issue is the lack of sufficient computer, right? Like Dr. Izani said, students often have to share limited resources, which slow down productivity. Imagine preparing a lesson that requires the use of digital tools, but having to wait for hours join to access a computer. Moreover, we don't have received enough training for students on how to use modern teaching tools, such as interactive whiteboards for educational apps. This leaves us feeling unprepared for the digital demand of teaching profession. And back to Dr. Izani, how do these challenges affect educators like Dr.?
Okay, a very good question. Thank you, Haziq, as a moderator. Okay, how this issue affects teachings. For me, as a senior lecturer who have been teaching for 20 years, I think technology is the most important thing, especially for student and even lecturer. As we know, every words that in IPG or even outside the IPG needs technology. Okay. For me, it give the impact of this issue is very significant. As a lecturer, personally, as a lecturer, I aim to deliver engaging and effective lesson, but without a correct tool and even a good facilities and internet, this become a very major problem for me. For example, I will give some example that I will talk, as a lecturer, for example, I want to show my student a simulation, a video, or even make a quiz online. But what the problem is the internet connection. When I try to make the learning, the teaching become more effectively, but this teaching method is not working because of the internet. And however, I still find another way to make sure the teaching that I want to make happen. Okay. For example, again, projector. As I say, the projector also become a major issue because without a functioning projectors or stable internet connection, all the method that I be thinking to do become impractical. Moreover, all the lecturers in IPG and MKIK miss out on a professional development opportunity. Many training season and workshop are now conducted online. As we can see, we can saw a lot of workshop that have been promoted online, but with this impractical method, it become very sad. The weak internet infrastructure also make it difficult for us as a lecturer to participate in this program, limiting our ability to stay updated with new teaching method. That's all.
Thank you, Dr. Izani. I can see how it works, how it affects you as a lecturer. Can I share my perspective? My perspective is, as a student, as a trained teacher, student, we feel the impact too. Firstly, it limits our learning. Modern education relies on digital resources, from online journals to instructional video. Without proper infrastructure, we lose access to these valuable tools. Secondly, the disparity between campuses creates a sense of unfairness. Some of our peers in better equipped campuses can access advanced tools and resources, while others is struggling with the basic. The unequal experience affect our confidence when competing in the job market. Lastly, it affect our re- it affects our readiness for the future. School today expect teacher to be proficient in technology, but if you are not trained properly during our studies, we will struggle to meet this expectation. Way back to our reactor, Avil. From an institutional perspective, what are the broader implications of this issue?
Yeah, thank you again, Dr. Tani and also Haziq. As the question is, what is the effect?
Yes, effect.
So what is the effect for in IPGM as a whole, right? Okay. So just now, Dr. Izani just said it was how it affect the campus in IPGKIK itself. Now, let me talk about it in a bigger picture. Okay, when we talk about IPGM, IPGKIK is one of IPGM, right? So let's put it in one box. Okay, when we talk about IPGM, these causes will affect the reputation of IPGM itself. Reputation of IPGM, it's a big picture. Okay. Now, when we talk about IPGM, it also affects other campuses as well. But right now, imagine that it affects only IPGKIK. Now, how would it affect IPGKIK? Now, I receive a lot of news, I receive a lot of information, especially from IPGKIK, and that is the problem with social media these days. And that is the problem with student teachers these days. They're using social media to share this inner, or I can say the student shares about these challenges and these problems in social media and talk about it as it was a very bad thing. Okay, let me give you an example. Now, there is a student that shares how IPGKIK are lack of technology infrastructure and also the internet connection, of course. Now, that would give a bad reputation for the campus itself, right? What would other other people would think of the campus itself? What would the people outside would think about our, the IPG, this campus itself, right? Now, yes, that will give one of it. It will give a bad reputation, of course, for this campus, and also the other thing is that the effect of it is that, of course, we as IPG, we teach our student teachers to become a perfect teacher one day, right? We want them to apply all of the things that already learned in IPG to the schools in the later days. But then, as we know that as years go by, technologies are getting advanced. Okay? Technology are getting advanced. And when technology infrastructure in the campus itself are not advanced, the student teachers are way behind the technology advance itself. Now, when these student teachers are being posted, are being posted to the school one day, they will be posted. They will be posted there. The effect would then affect not only the student teacher itself. In the campus, in IPGKIK, it will affect Dr. Izani, of course, it will affect lecturers, and it will affect student teachers, and it will affect the student itself. Now, when it affects the student teachers, when the student teachers went and being posted to that school that they are being posted, it will affect the students in that school. Now, of course, you guys will be posted to primary schools, right? So it will affect the primary school students. as now we are trying to implement technology in education, right? We're trying to implement digitalized education. But will this digitalized education implementation is it will be coming true? Will it come true? Or will this issue become a stumbling block that make our student teachers cannot apply the advanced way of digitalized education when they are being posted to the school that they are being posted in the future. So that is what I was thinking about, um, how it would affect the whole people in the campus itself, right?
Oh,
Back to you.
that's a very good point that our reactor give. Okay, next is let's our focus on the solution. Okay. First, I want to ask Dr. Izani first. What are the solution you as a doctor, as a lecturer in IPG can do?
Okay, thank you Haziq as a moderator, and thank you also our respectful actor. I'm a bit scared today to talk because we have our actor, so I can talk too much. Okay, what are the solution that we need
Solution.
for this issue, for this problem? Uh, for me personally, as a lecturer, it's a bit hard to talk about the solution because this problem is not only involved IPG and KIK but also involving other IPG in Malaysia. So it's only my idea or my personal opinion on how to find a solution, or we might how to handle this problem to become more. Okay, for the first one, I think IPGM, especially IPGM KIK, need a long-term strategy to make sure our technology is the newest. It also involving upgrades and maintain technology infrastructure across all the campus, not only in IPG and KIK. But I think this plan or this solution, director can talk more after this. I also think that IPG and KIK also need to take an initiative to include modernize the computer and upgrading internet connection. Of course, I would say, of course, it's hard. It's also it's just me that say that, but also I'm as a lecturer, I also don't know how to do that. But I think the IPGM have the already have a good solution for this problem, but this is only my personal opinion. And all this solution that I tell just now is to make sure is to ensuring the equal distribution of resources across the IPGM in Malaysia, not only in IPGM KIK but other IPG as well. IPGM campus Bahasa Melayu, campus Bahasa Antarabangsa, and other campus as well. And other than that, I think the partnership also is one of the best solution for this problem. Okay, for example, the collaborating on other institution also make this problem more easily to be settled. Okay, for example, I will give a simple example. Okay, the director can fix this if I thought something that's wrong. Okay, I think IPGM need to collaborate with technology company because it also can be very beneficial. The company might offer a discount or even sponsor some equipment for educational purpose. I think this uh, this would really beneficial our IPGM. For example, as I know, Apple, um, it give a voucher or discount to a student who want to buy an and technology and equipment for education such as laptop and tablet. It gives half of the, not half, I think there is discount to everybody. And I think IPGM can take this opportunity to make sure that the IPGM not only work on themselves but also involving other insti another campus to make this problem settle more easily. And training and workshop, of course, is also one of the best solution for this problem, not only for teachers but also for students. Even if the teachers and the lecturers, the student teachers and lecturers have the knowledge to use the technology, but if they don't have the technology, the equipment to do that, it will no use. But even if the student teachers and lecturers have the equipment, but they still doesn't have the knowledge to use the equipment, then what gonna happen? Nothing gonna happen as well. So I think training and workshop also one of the best solution for this problem. Thank you.
Alright. Thank you to our excellent teacher and IPG KIK. What a point, What a point, right? So I'm gonna ask our rector, what do you think the solution that you can take as a reactor?
It's a solution for this issue. Now there is, in every challenges that are in every sector actually. It's not only in IPG. You know, this sector is quite big as we are talking about technologies. I think it's a Malaysian issue, right? It's the country issue itself, right? Now, what I see it, how I see this issue and these challenges itself, that this issue and these challenges, it helps IPG, especially IPG KIK, as we're talking about IPG KIK, it helps IPG KIK to born a teacher that knows, to born a teacher that are to born a real teacher, I could say. To born a teacher that knows how to survive even though there is lack of technology in education, especially in the campus itself, because the campus itself taught our students how to implement digitalized education. Now, yeah, that is the positive views I can see, is that we can born a teacher that have this passion so that we can face the real challenges out there, especially in rural school areas where there is no internet connection. And it helps the campus itself to born a creative future teacher to implement this digitalized education. Now, talking about solution, as I say just now, that we do give funds to every campus, to every IPGM campus in all around the country, right? I didn't simply say this, right? It was written in an article. It was, I think it was written by Dr. Hairul. Yes, it was written by Dr. Hairul, where they interview lecturers all around Malaysia and talking about the funding, right? Now there is funding in every campus in IPG campus all around Malaysia, but is that what does the campus itself do to the funding? Now there is not only about digitalized infrastructure. It was not only about digitalized education in the campus itself. Like in IPG KIK, I'm sure that you guys not only using the funding that the government give in order to just build and technology infrastructure, right? You guys also build like to renovate other infrastructure in the campus itself because it's getting kind of old, right? So yeah, it's some of it need to renovate. It was not only about infrastructure technology, but it doesn't mean that we didn't make it. We will make it, but how? Now, as Dr. Ezani just said, which is I agree, that we need a long-term planning, right? Now, for example, right now, the campus itself focus on to renovate. I guess maybe they're renovating the hall, right?
Yes.
Now they're renovating the hall. Now the fund are already go there. They already use the fund to build to renew, to renovate the hall. Now there will be funds coming, but it was a slow process where we need to divide the funds, and that is one for infrastructure for not for technology, it was infrastructure like the hall itself, or maybe for sports infrastructure like the field, right, which needs to be renovated. But we need to divide some of it for to renovate for uh, technology infrastructure, right? So I'm sure that IPG I'm sure that IPG will one day have that advanced technology that we all discuss about. We just takes it will only takes time, right? It will not be done by one night, right? It will take time, right? So yeah, as I said just now, it will be happen the problems with internet connection, the problems with infrastructure. It was all the bigger problem will be funding, right? But that funding, if it will be divided equally, there should be no problem to it. Okay, and what I can add is that we shouldn't worry about it, right? We shouldn't worry about it because this thing will come true one day, right? But what we want to focus on these days is that how our students learn about digitalized education, not only to have the infrastructure. Like what Dr. Ezani just said just now, it was about to make a workshop training, for the student to gain more knowledge about digitalized education. Now, I'm sure that it was not only IPG KIT, I'm sure it was IPG all around Malaysia. It was IPG campus all around Malaysia. We do um, we do make or we do give workshops and trainings for lecturers and also for students, right? But it will not be like it will not be as frequent as it is, right? Because right now the problem will be that there is a lack of senior lecturers, or there will be lack of the professional, some lecturers that are professional with ICT, right? So we do lack of that, but we do invite other professionals from other sector, not only education sector, to give the workshop and also to give the trainings for all people, including the lecturers and also the students in IPG, especially in IPG KIK, right? For example, now we don't only talking about funding that was given by the government. As IPG itself, we do receive money. We do receive funds from MOE, KPM. We do receive money and we divide it equally to every campus, right? But as I walk around IPG KK, as I talk to your director, there is, for example, when we when we let me change this. Not only to depend on the funding itself, right? As I just said just now, but how the campus itself find money or find, let me correct it, how the campus itself finds funding, not only depending on the KPM funds. For example, now you as a student, I saw that in Dewan Kencana Sari, I saw that there's the big fan. Yes, the big fan. I forgot that your director said that it was not, they built the fan. It was not using the MOE, or it was not using by the government money. So it was given by Tabung Amanah Islam, is it?
Yes.
Yeah, it was given by Tabung Amanah Islam. So there's a creative, I could say, another alternative for the campus itself to renovate the infrastructure in the whole, in the whole IPG campus itself. Give it back.
Very good answer from our rector. I'm very speechless. Thank you. But for me, as a student teacher, we also have a role to play. What I think we can do is we can organize a student LED initiative to raise fund for share resources like laptop or projectors, like Dr. Izani said, right? Additionally, student councils can collaborate with the administration to identify and prioritize the most urgent needs. Yes. And moreover, peer-to-peer learning can be encouraged. Students who are teach savvy can share their knowledge with others, and creating a collaborative learning environment, like our rector said. Before we end our forum, do Dr. Izani have anything to add?
I will take this precious opportunity to ask our rector if he can. Okay, I'm very understand what newspaper rector say just now, but as a lecturer, of course, everything is not happen overnight, but in this abad 21
In this era,
I think the internet, the technology is something that we can avoid, and it's we use even if not in the institute IPGM, IPGKIK, we also use it in our daily life. So I want to ask some question if our actor Dharma, what is the next plan of the IPGM that director plan to do about this problem as soon in the nearest time
regarding technology.
because I think technology is very important.
So as we're talking about IPGM, right? Especially talking about highlighting IPG KK, right? So as we talk about what IPGM itself have planned for the future, we do plan a lot of things, right? We had some meetings. We discuss what are the next what are the next phases that we will do in the future, right? So what I can say is that we make a lot of plan, right? But I don't want to say all of the plan, right? I don't want to say all of the plan because it was uncertainty, right? It was in the future. I cannot say what will happen in the future. Now, what some of the plan is, of course, we want to renovate We want to renovate the infrastructure regarding technology in IPG all around Malaysia, especially in IPG KK itself, because IPG KK was in the city, right? It was in the city. But if this problem are also in IPG KK, especially IPG KK in the city, it was not nice because you guys are in the city, right? So yeah, that was the plan for the future. But the thing that IPGM highlight for education, or what IPGM highlighted to all IPG all around Malaysia, is that we want to born a teacher who knows how to face these challenges. Because why? Because I said just now, this is a long term. This is a long term plan. This is a long term, right? It will take time. Now, I make a lot of plan, right? I make a lot of plan. We discuss a lot of plans, but I can't give the answer directly, because it was all with all of the discussion that we agree in. It will take time, and it will depend, of course, on fundings that we already asked for from MOE. But what I want to highlight here is that we want to born a teacher who are smart, who knows how to face these challenges itself. Because these challenges are not only, of course, it was about education, but it was all around Malaysia. Now, regarding technology issues all around Malaysia, there is technology issue all around education, technology, digitalized education problem, issue all around Malaysia. But how the teacher itself wants to solve this problem. That's why I want to highlight here is that the other plan is that we want to give more workshop, more trainings to students all around IPGM Malaysia and also IPG KK to learn how to use ICT in education, right? Because it was so important, right? Because as year by year, technology will become advanced. Education need to become advanced. Because why? If education is not advanced, following because technology is advanced, and if education is not following that road to the more advanced digitalized education, they will be left behind, right? So yeah, I want to highlight that is the workshop. It was so important. It was not only about infrastructure. Infrastructure is important, but I want to highlight is that how the teacher would face these challenges in the future when they're being posted, especially if they're being posted in the rural school area.
Yes. Thank you, Rector. Anything else on that?
I think I will be satisfied with our answer
Yes.
for tonight.
Me also. For that, thank you to our Rector and Dr. Izani for your suggestion and for your insight. It is clear that addressing the lack of technological infrastructure at IPGM requires a collaborative effort between the administration, lecturers, and also me as a student teacher. With a proper planning that our rector have said just now, strategic partnership, and a commitment to continuous improvement, we can overcome this challenge and create a more effective learning environment. Let's all work together to ensure our IPGM remains a leader in the teacher training. Thank you to our panelists, Dr. Zani and our rector, Dr. Avril, and our audience for joining us today. And Assalamualaikum and see you again.